Good morning and welcome to this online worship service with the Unitarian Universalist Church of Urbana-Champaign. We are located in Illinois and are delighted to have people from all over the nation and maybe even the globe with us today. My name is Michelle Grove. I'm the Interim Director of Religious Education, and I am honored and delighted to be with you today. Today's worship service is entitled The Wisdom of the Ages. In the midst of this global pandemic, we still felt that it was important to take some time to honor with love and gratitude those leaders in our congregation that bring wisdom and learning to all of us. So watch out for today because there's going to be some surprises tucked in to the strands of this worship experience. There'll be some places to laugh, some places to feel the depths of your heart, and hopefully some places that you'll learn. By being connected through this worship service, it is good to be together, to share in gratitude, and to understand the value that wisdom brings to our journey. If you wish to follow along with an order of service, there is one on the web page that live streams this worship service. So please, you can download that or pull it up so that you can see it. Also, during the prelude, there'll be an email address down at the bottom of the page. In that email address, if you wish to share a joy or a sorrow that will be a part of this worship service, you are welcome to write something and I will share it during that time. So now let us start with the prelude, which will be given to us by Matthew Gladden, who is an amazing accompanist and one of our congregation's directors of the choir. Also, following that, Randy Locke, the congregation's president, and then his family, Tricia, Allie, and Lauren, will light the chalice for us. It is good to be present with you today.
Good morning. Today, we would like to recognize everyone involved with our Lifespan Religious Education programs. Students, teachers, parents, and everyone who participates in some way, we are grateful to you for enriching this community beyond measure. And now, for everyone watching this service, as we gather from near and far, we invite you to join us in lighting a chalice or some other symbolic flame that represents our Unitarian Universalist community. We light this chalice, recognizing that
gathering in community leads to learning.
Learning leads to wisdom.
Wisdom leads to authentic action.
and authentic action leads to a more loving and thriving world. May we all gather, learn, share our wisdom, and put our action toward a world that needs us all right now.
Each Sunday, whether we gather together in person or online, we love to take a moment where we can honor the land in which we stand and in which we live and understand the people who have been a part of this land for centuries. Wherever you are listening, please bring to mind the indigenous people of your place as we do this land acknowledgement. Afterwards, there will be a moment of silence. We recognize and acknowledge that we gather today on indigenous land, taken through deception, coercion, and violence. We acknowledge the continued displacement and oppression of Native people and honor their commitment to survival, identity, and the protection of this world. Thank you. And now we join together to sing or to listen to the music of Austin Cody and Matthew Gladden, our hymn Gathered Here. Following this hymn, there is a great story told by Emily McCown. We hope that you will glean some nuggets of wisdom from Athena and the Owl.
Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in the struggle and the power, Spirit draw near. Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in the struggle and the power, Spirit draw near.
Once upon a time, there was a brand spanking new city built upon the earth. It was so new it didn't even have a name. It was a gorgeous city, and its king thought the first thing to do would be to find a god or goddess to protect and guide the city. Now, as for a god for this fair city, I know Poseidon would be a great choice. He is strong. And it makes sense. He is the god of the sea. He is as powerful as the tallest ocean waves. Not a bad choice to have that godly strength in your corner. But there is also Athena, who is the goddess of wisdom. And dang, she is smart as a whip. She could really show us the best way to live together. I can't decide. The only way to settle this is a healthy, godly competition. Whichever god brings me the best gift will be the god of our fair city. Athena caught wind of this request and headed straight for the city. Wow, it's so beautiful. I have to think. What would be a good gift for this amazing new place? I need to go and clear my mind. I think I'll go for a walk. Athena wandered and found herself in a forest. Before she even had a chance to come up with any gift ideas, she found a little girl crying near a tree. Oh, well, what's the matter, little one? My owl is stuck and it won't come down. Where? Where is it? The little girl pointed up into the tree, and Athena saw that, yes, indeed, just a few branches out of arm's reach, there was an owl staring back at them. There, little one. I'll help you. Athena looked around and saw a berry bush in the distance. She grabbed some of those berries and brought them back to the tree. Come down, little owl. I've got some berries for you. And just like that, the owl came down and on its way dropped a branch into Athena's hands. Thank you, Athena. You're so wise. Oh, you're very welcome, little one. Oh no, I'm late for the contest. I have to go. Athena rushed back to the heart of the city. She was so nervous, with no time to think. She didn't know what to offer as a gift. When she arrived, Poseidon was offering his. I offer you fine people in this fine city a stream of water. Well, this is a mighty fine gift. Now we will want for nothing. Water is life, eh, chap? Yeah, life. And how about you, our wise Athena? Oh, well, Just then, Athena looked down at her hands and saw the branch from the owl. I present this branch so that the city may know its bounty. She placed it on the ground in front of her, and a full olive tree grew. My, that is magnificent! Truly brilliant! We could grow olives to eat, make them into oil for cooking in lamps, or use the wood for building. Oh, this is tough. A stream to drink from, or olives to eat? Let me think. These olives are good. Let me try some of that spring water. Oh, yeah. This is salt water. Humans can't live on this. Athena, you win. You are our goddess. And the people were delighted, and so was Athena. She thought if she was the goddess of wisdom, the animal of wisdom must be the owl. For the owl knew the branch was special. At first, Athena didn't think much of the branch, but it provided so many gifts. Afterwards, Athena realized that if she hadn't helped the little girl, she couldn't have provided a better gift. Wisdom comes from interacting with others and providing a helping hand.
Thank you, Emily, for such a fun and lovely story. That was wonderful. Many of you who have gathered together with us on Sundays at the church in Urbana may remember that after a story is told, we make an arch, and the people in the center actually create an arch, and the children and youth and even adults go through it as they go to their own learning opportunities or religious education classes. We're not together where we can do that, but we can remember that time. Austin and Matthew will now give us the song that was written by Kathleen Tracy, As You Go. we hold you in our hearts as you go, or the way we sing it, as you love. So let this song wash over you, and then following the music, there will be a moment where we hear from some of the wisdom leaders of our congregation who are offering some words of gratitude.
We hold you in our love as you grow, as you grow. May your heart be at peace as you grow. To nurture the spark of your precious life, we hold you in our love as you grow.
Thank you, RE teachers! I'm thankful for your books, your songs, your snacks, and your chats. Hi, Sunday school teachers. Thank you, Sunday school teachers. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Miss Michelle.
What do you like about Sunday school?
Because it's fun and they have lots of toys.
They have fun. What else do you like?
Snack time!
What else do you like?
Snack time. I like the playground time. I like saying signs. I like putting the fire in the house. And I like putting the buttons in. Bye! Thank you, Sunday school teachers. I really appreciate my teachers because they let us paint a door and make a map on it, and it was really fun.
Thanks for being an RE leader.
I like that our teachers give us lots of freedom in what we can do, and that they provide nice snacks and interesting stuff for us to do during religious education. And I think it would be more fun than other churches because it's more like we get to do more of what we want and less of like strict rules and stuff.
I want to thank my RE teachers for organizing all the amazing trips we did to the other places of worship. I really learned a lot, and I thought it was really cool that we got to go there.
Hi, L teachers. This is Daniel Herzog. I just wanted to thank you guys for all of the hard work that you have put into this OWL class. I came in knowing little because I wouldn't let my parents talk to me about this stuff. Now I am well educated about the human body and about how to make good decisions that are healthy for me. This is all thanks to you guys.
Thank you, Emily, Paul, Julie, and Nat, and all the other YU teachers I might be forgetting, for welcoming me into a space where I can just be. You know, no matter how many Sundays I missed, or how much or how little I talk, or what's on my mind, you guys have taken me as I am from the get-go. I'm gonna miss you guys so much. Thank you. Take care.
We as Unitarian Universalists recognize and acknowledge that we are a part of a global universal web of life that encompasses humanity and all of creation. In that, we know that when we connect with each other and with the creation itself, it helps us to live out our Unitarian Universalist values in many ways. During this week, there are many opportunities for us to connect. And when we do connect, we always remember this great connection that is a part of us. Please know that on the website, there is a great deal of information and resources about the pandemic in this area and beyond, as well as a phone number to a warm line. This is a line that you can call any time of the day or night just to talk to somebody in case you're feeling like you need a listening ear. Other ways to connect. Today, after the worship service, is a fellowship hour. At the very end of the service, there'll be a screen with the link, and we invite you to go into that room and meet up with some of the other people who are a part of this worshiping community. Also, this afternoon, Sherry Bolin and the Reverend Florence Caplow will lead a membership class online. You do not have to live in this area to be a part of that class. If you wish to join, please register online and they will get you the information to connect. There are other ways to connect this week. Every Sunday night, families are welcome to gather for a 30-minute learning and singing session called Living the Principles. This is a time not only to connect, but to see how we are living our faith each day. And then for adults this week, there are 2 learning opportunities. One on Wednesday called Was the Gospel of Matthew a Radical Feminist? And one on Thursday called Living the Principles. All the information you need can be found on Facebook or the webpage. We invite you to join us. We always have our offering. We share this offering with a community that is voted on by our congregation. So every month we have a different community and we split that offering with them. This month it is RACES, Rape Advocacy Counseling and Education Services. All our nonprofits are ones that are dear to our hearts and that we have studied and researched. We invite you to share as little or as much as you are able, for your generosity helps this community to thrive and to grow and to bring Unitarian Universalism to a wide audience. And now the offering will be received. And thank you for your gifts of generosity, which abound both in material and in spirit. And now we enter that time in our worship service where we share in the joys and the sorrows that we each bring into this community. For we are connected in wonderful ways, both of support and celebration. You are welcome to share those joys and concerns in the email, and they will be read in a moment. But first, let us sing together the song of blessing that we always share. It is a special ritual for this community. You can either sing along with the words that are on the screen, or then just let the words wash over you. And then following that, we will share in specific joys and concerns. Let us hear these joys and sorrows from the community. From Ellen Jacobson. As seeing more wildflowers this year than in my whole life at the open part of Allerton and Homer Lake and Meadowbrook. Spring still works despite everything. From Carla Peterson. Thank you to the amazing staff, members, and friends and leaders who make it possible to participate in UUCUC services each week. From Mimi Omarad. For my colleague who is on a ventilator and whose husband passed away on Friday from COVID-19. For residents and staff at the Villa's Senior Care Community in Sherman, Illinois, where there are 32 cases of COVID-19, and their family members who are frightened and grieving. From Aaron Dittmer. Sorrow at missing my students. It's been a joy to read their writing and stay connected online, but I miss our spirited conversations, the sound of their laughter, and the energy of bustling hallways. I feel a deep sense of loss in my heart. And from Jerry Carden, remembering my dad, Floyd, on what would have been his 96th birthday, and also the day he died in 2006. And now let us take a moment to meditate both on these and those joys and concerns that are written upon our hearts. And here are a couple more joys. From Sandra Locke, joy that the congregation and staff of this church provide such meaningful and engaging church life that our dear Randall and Tricia and Allie and Lauren are fully embraced in many facets in their lives, including church school, choir, and OWL. Melts our hearts as parents and grandparents. Gratefully, Randy and Sandra Locke, who are viewing from Rockford today. And also this joy from Kyle Croha. Thankful that during the transition in our new life, that it is spring in the Northern Hemisphere, for personal technology and internet, for Zoom, for YouTube, for social media, which can be a power for good. While thankful for first responders, I'm also especially thankful for the refuse haulers, the veterinary staff, the fast food drive-in staff, and all those others who deserve thanks to be held special in our heart. Thank you. I am going to just make sure I have not missed any others. We want to honor them all as best as we can. May these joys and sorrows, both the ones we have spoken and the ones that are written on our hearts, be blessings for the day. And now, let us hear for some more wisdom leaders in our congregation who have words of gratitude to share.
Thank you to all our RE leaders this year. We love you and appreciate you. We wouldn't be the church we are without all of you. And a big thank you to all the RE associates who kept things running down in the basement and were a welcoming presence on Sunday mornings.
I just wanted to reach out to my fellow K through 2 teachers, just to let them know how much I enjoyed teaching with them this year. They brought me inspiration, they brought me joy and support in sharing our experiences with the kids. So I miss you guys, and it was great to work with you. Thank you.
I'm Emily McCown, the youth coordinator, and I just want to take a moment to thank Julie, Paul, and Nat as a part of this youth advisor team this year. You all, with your creative contributions and your generous spirit, have made this year a truly wonderful YRUU to be a part of. Thank you so much.
One of my very favorite moments every year is when we celebrate our religious education leaders. Usually what we do is that we get them all on the chancel at the same time. Of course, not everyone is there that Sunday, but it's a big crowd, and often the children and youth are there as well, and it's just this really joyous celebration of community together, multi-generational community. And this year, we won't be doing that. And that's hard. I miss that. But I just wanted to take a moment to thank you, to thank those who have loved, cherished, gotten to know, taught, inspired our younger people. I never forget, as your minister, that I am the minister for everyone in this church from birth to the oldest person in the church. And yet I don't have the time to, on Sunday mornings, to be able to spend with our younger folk. You wonderful and truly committed leaders are the ones who minister to our younger folk. I talk a lot about shared ministry, and you are manifesting it. My deepest gratitude to you, my heartfelt appreciation and respect for your work, for all of us, because your work touches all of us, every family, every child, our whole community, because we are one interconnected whole. I am so sorry that your work was cut short this year, and look forward to the time when we can gather together again and truly create community. Many, many blessings and lots of love to you. Take care.
Thank you to all these wisdom leaders. The concept of wisdom has been one of those that has been on my heart for several months now. And as we came to this point of wanting to honor all of those that bring learning, it struck me that they don't just bring knowledge. All those people who bring learning in our congregation do not just open up the brain and pour in knowledge and then we carry that forward. They bring heart, they bring soul. They combine all the elements of our bodies to bring learning to a new level. And to me, that is wisdom. And I am grateful to work with such phenomenal leadership. The story that Emily told is one of my current favorites. It's called Athena and the Owl. And I do have to say that the name Athena has always been important to me. One of our dogs is named Athena. I have always loved this goddess of wisdom and war strategy, and as I just learned earlier, of needlepoint or needlecraft. She is a goddess that brings multiple perspectives and deep lessons to all of us. In this story, as Emily told it so beautifully, here is a goddess who is given the opportunity to be in relationship with a brand new city. And when she visited the city, she found how much she loved it. She desperately would have loved to have continued that relationship and wanted to find the best gift to give so that she would be the goddess chosen for this city. So she went for a walk. And on that walk, she was thinking about what is the best gift I can give. And then all of a sudden, she saw a girl who was in trouble. She didn't hesitate. Take note. She went straight to the girl. She didn't wonder if she should ignore her because she had this other task at hand. She just helped. And in that helping, she was given an olive branch. She did not know what that gift was for, but she held on to it. And she carried it back with her as she went to the city to meet the king and Poseidon. And in the end of the story, as the gifts are compared, she notices that she still has that branch and she drops it to the ground and up comes an olive tree. Think of the gifts of the olive tree: oil, olives and food, wood for building and for burning. Wonderful gifts. That was the gift that was chosen, and Athena became the goddess of that city. Once again, her wisdom is demonstrated in many different layered ways. And each of those ways in which it is demonstrated is a lesson for us. Think about it. She did not hesitate to act. She went and just helped without trying to figure out if she had the time or if she was missing something else that needed her attention. She just helped. And in that helping, the gift of wisdom was given to her. In addition, she trusted, for she did not worry too much that she didn't have a gift. She went back to be present with the city, and all of a sudden, she was able to put the pieces together and use her learning and all the gifts of experience and heart that she has to say, hey, I do have a gift. And that gift became exactly what that city needed. We all have these gifts of wisdom within us. Learning is a valid and vital part of our congregational life. And it is my hope that everybody of all ages continues to learn every day in some form or another. And yet, if we stop there, then it just becomes an empty, shallow vessel. For learning becomes something important when it is combined with heart and experience. It becomes a guide. It becomes the thing that makes us whole. So, my friends, on this day, we first of all honor the gift of wisdom and all that it brings to us every moment of every day, not just as individuals, but as a community. We also honor those wisdom leaders in our congregation, those who bring learning and then help children, youth, adults, all people to understand the connection between fact, learning, our heart, our own ideas, and our own experience. That is one of the values of our community, is that all of those things can come together and be loved. So thank you, wisdom leaders, for all you have given. And now let us honor them even further by watching a year in picture. Watch these pictures of learning and those who brought that special talent and wisdom to not only to our classrooms, but to the congregation at large. Thank you. A year in pictures. As we come to the close of our worship today, I invite you to take this week to reflect on those places that wisdom is a guide for you, and where wisdom comes and where action can be a part. It is so good to have you as a part of this community. We are closing each week with a special chalice extinguishing ritual. We will say the same words together in our online services with the hope that at the very first service, when we can gather in person again, we will say these words and celebrate that rejoining of the physical community. Then following our chalice extinguishing ritual, we will be sung into the week by Emma, Jonah, and Steve Herzog, who will give us some inspiration and delight through music. And now, please join me for the chalice extinguishing. The words are written on your screen. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
You who are on the road must have a code that you can live by, and so become yourself, because the past is just a goodbye. Teach the children well, their father's hell did slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams, the one they fix, the one you know by. Don't you ever ask them why, if they told you you will cry, so just look at them and sigh. They seek the truth before they can die. Teach the parents well, their children tell, did slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams, the one they